Thank you, everybody. Okay, now to lead us in our prayer today, we are going to have our FCA president, Mr. Oscar Cardona. He will be leading us today in prayer. Let's give it a hand for Oscar, everybody.
If everyone could please bow their heads and follow in prayer. Thank you, Lord, Father God, for letting us be here today. Thank you, Lord, for everything you've done. I ask you, Lord, to bless everybody here in this building, every seat filled up. I ask you, Lord, to help our teachers, our administration, our bus drivers, our cafeteria ladies, our principals, everybody here. I ask you, Lord, you protect them, that this year was filled with blessings and success, that next year you may double everything. Lord, I ask you, Lord, to protect everybody, the students here. Today's going to be a day of change for all the seniors. I ask you to bless them and their families. Ask for success in everybody's life here and prosper us. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
And now, everybody, can we just please have a moment of silence for the recent victims of the Virginia Beach shooting? Okay, thank you. All right, everybody, so we're going to move things along with the Pledge of Allegiance. We have a few students joining us today. The three students joining us are mariachi students Anissa Solis, Jolene Robles, and Samantha Marin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, thank you. Now, we're going to move along with the national anthem, okay? If you girls want to come center stage.
Oh, see, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets spread glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the lands of the free and the home of the brave.
Round of applause for our mariachi of Juvenil Azteca. Just a fun fact, that will be the last time you guys will hear that, because all three of them are graduating this evening. There's the three seniors, so hopefully we can bring them in again, but yeah. Thank you, students. Thank you, students. Now, again, the JROTC students are led by Colonel Welch. Where is he? I don't know where he is. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for all your work, as well as Sergeant Vidal Moreno. I know they're always working hard outside in the hot sun, so really appreciate all the work you guys do. Thank you, JROTC. Okay, so the next item on the agenda, guys, is a quick address by our, yes, everybody, if you want to take your seats. You guys want to take your seats? Sorry about that. You can stand the whole time, it's fine. We're gonna hear a few words from our superintendent, Mr. Ronaldo Cavazos. Let's go ahead and give him a round of applause, everybody.
Good morning, everyone. Of course, I think all of us share in the excitement of being at the very end of the school year and getting ready to take a break for the summer. I will say, though, however, we still have quite a lot of work left, and we're going to be starting our summer school program next week. And so for us, for those of us that have volunteered or have decided to work in the summer program, we still have a few more days left before those students in 5th, 8th, and high school take a test again at the end of June. So we're going to try and see if we can focus on that and try to help those students over the next few weeks for that test. Before we do that, though, I did want to make a couple of quick announcements and then say a few words to our retirees and to those of you that have earned a service award. And so I really would like to just focus on one particular group that asked me over the last couple of days if I didn't mind to recognize them. And I said, sure. I said, at the beginning of the year, we started out, we recognized a lot of our staff members. We talked about our custodians, we talked about our security guards and so forth. And so they said, but you didn't mention us. I said, okay, that's fine. I said, I'll remember. We'll take care of it today. And they're the ones that are responsible for waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning, 4:30 in the morning, getting their buses started up and getting them ready, and helping us get our kids to school. And that's our transportation department. I want to ask them to stand up, please. Guys, stand up. All of you in the transportation department, stand up. These ladies and gentlemen, by the way, if you haven't had a chance to meet with them when they're a group, they are some of the most professional people I've ever talked to. I mean, they really do take a tremendous amount of pride. Those of you that have had a chance to ride the buses or to go out and visit students at home, you know what I'm talking about. They do a tremendous job helping keep our children safe, and I want to thank them for everything that they do for EdCalChelsea ISD. Okay. Next thing is I'd like to recognize one of our board members that's here today, and he's the only one here right now. I think we have at least one or maybe two that are going to show up in a little bit. I'd like to recognize Mr. Juan Jose Ibarra, Board of Trustee. That being said, when our board members come in, we'll take a quick break and we'll recognize them as we move on. The next thing is I'd like to just say a few words. I'm going to read real quickly and tell everybody that, although we're here to recognize our retirees and to honor many of you with service awards, I'd like to thank all of you for the endless dedication to our students, the school district, and our community. You probably don't hear this very often, but your dedication to children means everything to us, okay? If you're retiring this year, I want to congratulate you for reaching this milestone. On behalf of the Board of Trustees of EdCalChelsea ISD, I want to thank you for your peerless performance over the years. The years you have worked here have been marked by unsurpassed efficiency and excellence, and you have been an inspiration to all of us. And I speak of many of you that I used to work with back in the late 80s and 1990s when I started my career in education here. A lot of you that are retiring now, I started with, and I remember working with you very vividly. I remember those days. I have very fond memories of that time. But either way, I'd like to wish you a wonderful and restful future. And again, if you ever need anything from EdCalChelsea ISD, you're always welcome to come back. Thank you very much. Next, we're going to ask, I believe, we're going to move on to presenting our service awards. I'm going to ask, is it Mrs. Rocha?
Thank you, Mr. Cavazos. And just a few words. Thank you so much to the board and our administrators and just everybody, all around support staff. We couldn't do anything without you guys. I know we are You guys are constantly bombarded with people at your office, knocking, asking for favors. So thank you so much for everything you do. Thank you for everything you guys do. And I really appreciate everything you guys do. All right, so the next thing, we're gonna show a brief video about our EdCouch ELSA Teachers of the Year. The video was made by our very own Joe Vallejo. So if you guys are getting recognized for any awards, for Teachers of the Year or for any service awards, if you want to please make your way towards the back. Oh, after the video, thank you. Sorry about that, excuse me. Yes, after the video, anybody receiving an awards, please make your way over here onto the side on house right, and you guys can be backstage so you can get recognized, okay? So can I have everybody please, let's direct our eyes to the screen.
I'm David Sanchez. I'm a U.S. history teacher here at EdCouch ELSA. First off, I want to say I'm very humbled by the selection. I guess my motivation as a teacher, right, has always been to give back to the community. I'm from here, from EdCouch ELSA, and I've always wanted to, I guess that's always been a goal of mine, to give back to that community. Another thing that motivates me is that I try to inspire my kids, right, not just for my classroom or for U.S. history, but for life in general. Right, and that's something that I strive for, and hopefully that's something I've achieved. Thank you.
My name is Rosalina Martinez. I'm a 4th grade teacher here at Ruben C. Rodriguez Elementary. The reason I chose the teaching profession is I hope to inspire my students, as a teacher once inspired me, that through education, anything is possible. I hope to provide my students with the skills necessary to be successful, and hope to one day hear what great things they achieve.
My name is Concepcion Gonzalez. I am the Teacher of the Year for Carlos F. Truan STEM Academy. I love to teach because this is what my sisters taught me to do. And as I started my career, I noticed that I liked being engaged with students. I liked molding their minds. I liked being a role model for them and impacting them both economically and socially. And in the same way, they have made an impact on my life. I have learned through them, with them, and that's just a great feeling.
Hello, my name is Victor Saavedra, and I'm a kindergarten teacher at Jorge Rolando Gutierrez Early Childhood School. The reason I became a teacher was because I feel I can make a difference. At this age, the children are like sponges. and we lay the foundation for the rest of their education. Like they say, JRG is where everything starts.
My name is Norma Gonzalez. I'm a fourth grade teacher at LBJ Elementary. The reason that I became a teacher is because I had a lot of good teachers that inspired me and motivated me along the way, encouraged me every day. I love to do the same with the students that I have today. I just hope that one day they come back and they thank me and are grateful for the encouragement and all the help that I gave them along the way.
Hello, my name is Cassandra Cantu, and I was selected as Teacher of the Year for Santiago Garcia Elementary. In my 2 years of teaching, I've learned so much, and I'm extremely humbled by this experience. The reason I became an educator was the hope to always give back to my community, and I couldn't think of a better way than coming back to my hometown and being an educator.
Hello, my name is Delfina Rodriguez. I am the Teacher of the Year for John F. Kennedy Elementary. I currently teach first grade, which I've been doing for 7 years. Before that, I taught third grade for 7 years. Why I teach? I think we all teach to make a difference. First grade is so difficult, so at the beginning of the year, we start thinking like, what am I doing? How am I gonna get the kids to where they need to be? But by the end of the year, I feel like first grade is the most rewarding year because the kids grow so much. When they're reading at the end of the year, like tears are flowing, I think, in most first grade teachers because you can't believe how far they've gone. So I think that's why I teach, because of the reward at the end of the year where the kids have made so much progress. Thank you for picking me as Teacher of the Year for this year. I really appreciate it.
That was a wonderful job. It was a wonderful video, everybody. So can I please have, again, anybody who was featured in the video, can we please start making our way to the stage, please? The Teachers of the Year? Let's give them another round of applause, everybody. Everybody for their hard work. Along with the Teachers of the Year, anybody receiving a service award, can you also please join us on stage? So if you're receiving any service awards. Okay, everybody. So, just a few words. Every day we come to work and we see our students and we forget, they have lives outside of the school, and as well as sometimes they forget that we have lives outside of school. So it's a great opportunity for us to get together and just reflect on the year and just plan for next year and get ready for summer. And it's always a good time to just get together with coworkers and just turn it off a little bit and just hang out, right? So thank you guys for everything you guys do. So we also have wait, really quick. Okay, so I see everybody with your noisemakers and your cool flares. So I know we didn't have a roll call today, but we're gonna recognize a few campuses. Okay, so we're gonna recognize a few campuses. All right. So let me make sure I'm not forgetting anyone. All right. We'll start things off with Gutierrez Early Childhood. Are you here? You guys have to clean that up. You have to clean that up. Eve. So cleanup will be provided by Gutierrez Early Childhood. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. All right. Next, we have Garcia Elementary, Santiago Garcia Elementary. Good job, thank you. Wow, they got the lights and everything. So y'all are cleaning that up too, right? You're cleaning that up? Okay, JFK Elementary. Woo! Rodriguez Elementary, are you here? All right. We'll end that for now. You're gonna clean that up, right? You can clean that up. All right. Just kidding. Okay, we're gonna move things along. We're gonna go ahead and recognize our service award recipients. Okay. I'm sorry. LBJ, are you here? CFT, are you here, Truan? Ed Cauchelsa High School, are you here? Yeah. And transportation and everybody else, are we here? We have special ed. I know we have everybody. We have to move things along, guys. Yes. Thank you so much. All right. We're gonna We're gonna recognize our teachers of the year. First. Okay. Okay. Our teacher of the year from the early childhood, Gutierrez Early Childhood, we have Victor Saavedra. From Garcia Elementary, we we have Cassandra Cantu. From JFK Elementary, we have Delfina Rodriguez. From Rodriguez Elementary, we have Rosalinda Martinez. From LBJ Elementary, we have Norma Gonzalez. From Carlos F. Truan STEM Academy, we have Concepcion Gonzalez. And last but not least, from Edcal Chelsea High School, we have Mr. David Sanchez. As well as being Teacher of the Year for Edcal Chelsea High School, Mr. David Sanchez was also Secondary Teacher of the Year for the district. So another round of applause for Mr. Sanchez. And for the Elementary Teacher of the Year of the district, we have Rosalinda Martinez from RCR. Okay, we're gonna move along to the Service Awards. Now, the service awards are given to employees who have served our district for a number of years, starting at 5 and so on. So our first recipient for the service award is Veronica Lynn Loredo. Veronica will be celebrating 5 years with this district. She has been with the district for 5 years. Congratulations, Veronica. Another recipient for 5 years, we have Mr. Danny Hernandez, Jr. Thank you, Mr. Danny. Danny has also been with our district for 5 years. We have, next we have Mirta Mireya Huerta. Next up, we have Ana M. Padilla. Miss Ana Padilla. She's also been with us for 5 years. Next, we have Angeles Cervantes. Ms. Cervantes is also celebrating 5 years with us. Thank you, Ms. Cervantes. Next, we have Dalia Gonzalez. Dalia Gonzalez. Ms. Gonzalez will also be celebrating 5 years with us. Our next recipient is Miss Carmen Padilla. And next up, we have Gabriela Palomo. Ms. Padilla and Ms. Palomo are both celebrating 5 years with us as the district. Oh, how time flies. Next up, we have Janice Perez. Janice Perez. I'm sorry, I apologize. Janice Perez. And our last recipient for the 5-year award is Mr. Victor Rodriguez. Mr. Victor Rodriguez. Another round of applause for our 5-year award recipients, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you for all your hard work, and hopefully we will see you again in another 5 years. All right, so it seems like just yesterday I started with this district, and I've been here for 4 years already, so time flies when you're having fun. All right, next up we have our 10-year awards. We have our 10-year. Our first recipient is Ms. Rosa Maria Cervantes. Next, for our 10-year award, we have Maria G. Corpus. Next up, we have Ms. Ruth Lopez. Our next recipient is Maria del Rios. Next up, we have Miss Celestina Flores. Our next recipient for the 10-year award is Emilia C. Gonzalez. Also known as Emily. And last but not least, for our 10-year awards, we have Tina Lara Flores. Let's go ahead and have another round of applause for our 10-year award recipients. A decade. Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much for everything. Okay, we're gonna move along to our 15 years. These people have been employed with our district for 15 years. First up we have Miss Beatriz Montelongo Ortiz. Next up, we have Andrea Rivera. Andrea Rivera. Next up, we have Maria Esther Hinojosa. Our next recipient is Mr. David Gallardo. And our last recipient for the 15-year award is Mr. Rogelio Vela. Mr. Rogelio Vela. Let's go ahead and hear it for our 15-year award recipients. 15 years with us. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for your service. Thank you. Okay. Now let's move along to our 20 years. 20 years with the district. We have quite a bit. Okay, first up, we have Angelica Beltran. Angelica Beltran. Angelica has been employed with the district for 20 years. 20 years. Next up, we have Agripina Hinojosa. The 20 years employed with the district, we have Cruz Mendez. Cruz Mendez. Our next recipient is Miss Florestela Garate. Florestela Garate. Our next recipient is Graciela Garza. Did somebody bring their car in here or something? Our next recipient is the secretary of here at the high school, Mrs. Yvonne Gaitan. Miss Yvonne Gaitan. Next up, we have Miss Maria Rodriguez. Maria Rodriguez. Alegría.
That's it for the 20 years.
20 years, that is 2 decades. I was 8 years old when they started working, so. I think Ms. Rocha was our principal, I think. I remember those days. Okay, and another round of applause for our 20-year award recipients. 20 years. Next up, we have our 25-year award recipients. First, we have Miss Ofelia Rivera. Next, we have Mr. Salvador Garza. And then next up, we have Evelyn Sullivan Guerrero. Our next recipient is Mr. Javier Villarreal. For 25 years, Mr. Javier Villarreal. Next up, we have Maria Sandra Hernandez. Maria Hernandez. Next, we have Miss Yvette Garcia Luna. Miss Yvette Garcia Luna. Let's have another round of applause for our 25-year award recipients. 25 years with this district. Thank you so much for all your work, guys. 30 years with the district. First off, we have Miss Noelia Guzman. Somebody give that guy a ticket. You know, a state trooper. Just kidding. I like that. Okay, next up we have Miss Leticia Reese. Next up, we have Miss Rosalinda Contreras. Next up, we have Naela Maldonado Moreno. And not present with us this morning, we have Miss Tina Garza, who is celebrating 35 years. 35 years. Now celebrating 35 years of employment, we have Oralia Garcia. Next, we have Raquel Gonzalez, celebrating 35 years. We also have Maria Hilda Castillo, celebrating 35 years. Hilda Castillo. And Nelly Silva, celebrating 35 years as well. They are not with us today. Another round of applause, everybody, for all our award recipients. Okay. Now, next up, we're going to recognize our retirements. Some of the people listed, they retired first semester, so you may not see them today, okay? But we will still recognize them, okay? First up, after 15 years with us, we have Miss Sylvia Rodriguez. Miss Sylvia is not present. We also have Emiteria Farias. We also have Susan Coronado, retiring after 17 years. And we do have here with us Miss Sulema Gomez. Sulema Gomez will be retiring after 17 years with us. 17 years with the district. Celebrating 20 years with the district, we have Juanita Marroquin. Miss Marroquin, we have Juanita Marroquin. After 24 years with us, we have Mr. Lorenzo Ventura. Now, accepting the award for Miss Tina Garza, we have her son, Mando, receiving the award for Miss Tina Garza, 35 years with our district. Retiring after 36 years with the district, we have Jose Israel Reina. Celebrating 37 years, we have Nora Elvia Loredo. Elvia Loredo. Thank you so much for our retirees. We will see you at the beach this summer. I'm just kidding. So another round of applause for our retirees. Thank you guys so much for everything you do. Awesome. Okay, now moving, our last thing, we are going to have Mr. Cavazos. He's going to say a few words. So listen up, get off your phones. Just kidding.
Thank you. Before we let you go, Mrs. Rocha is going to say a few closing remarks, and before she does that, I did want to just remind everybody that our graduations are tonight for our senior class of 2019. They're going to be graduating there at Benny Leighton Stadium. You all are welcome. That'll be at 7 o'clock, okay? Our first day for all staff for next school year is going to be August the 12th, and I'm sure you all are eager to hear that, but I'm going to go ahead and mention it anyways. But that'll be our first day back. First day of instruction for kids will be August the 26th. That's a Monday. But aside from that, we do have some professional development that we're offering from the district at the district level. That will happen on the days of August the 5th through the 8th. And that will be here in the technology building and at some of our campuses. Mrs. Garcia's passed that schedule out. But we do have some PD scheduled during the month of August for you before you come back. The last couple of things I wanted to talk about was, and I really wanted to just say a big thank you for some of our teachers that are having to make some changes this year. And I know that's not easy. You all have gotten very accustomed to setting up your classroom. Everything's where it's supposed to be, and you've been doing your job in that classroom for the last several years. But we do want to thank our kinder teachers because they're going to be making a transition this summer, right? I've always been one that's appreciated change. I rarely like to do things the same way all the time. I'm not really that much of a creature of habit. I like to just kind of do things differently. And so when we talked about this, we talked about it earlier in the year, and our board of trustees and myself, and talking to some of the staff, we made a decision to transition our kinder grade level over to the elementary campuses. And so that will happen this next week. Starting on Monday, we'll start taking some of that equipment, the furniture, your storage cabinets and so forth. We'll be moving those into the elementary campuses. So that's one transition program or initiative that we have happening this next year. Our elementaries will be a K-5 grade level campus. So we want to thank the teachers for going through that transition. That starts next week, and we'll start moving our furniture to the elementary campuses. Right after that, we have our Head Start program, which is over here across the street in the old building next to the old gymnasium. Our Head Start program has been working very closely with EdCal Chelsea for many years. We had this conversation last summer, and they were asking us to look at this, and this was something that kind of came up. We had a possibility to make the change, being that our kinder classes were going to the elementary campuses. So our Head Start classes are going to be housed at JRG in the back two wings. And so we were thinking it would be really nice to have all our little early childhood kids together in one facility. So we're going to make that space available to our Head Start. So they'll be making a transition as soon as we get our kinder classes out and we move some of the other classrooms up towards the front of the building. So that's the second one. The third one is Ibarra Middle School, or Ibarra Fine Arts Academy. We're going to call it the Fine Arts Academy, and I want to make sure that I'm very clear about this. I had a conversation with the middle school teachers at Truan earlier in the year, and I wanted to take the opportunity to make sure everybody was clear about what was happening. The long-term objective of Ibarra is to make it a comprehensive 6 to 8 middle school that serves or focuses on fine arts. And so next year will be the first step of that transition. We're working very quickly trying to get Ibarra opened up. You all will be very surprised when you all see that building when it's done. Hopefully by the end of July or the early part of August, it will look very different inside. If you all are outside, when you all go outside the Performing Arts Center, the PAC, this building, you'll notice the colors that are on the side of the building. We're going to take that same theme, that rainbow of colors, and we're going to put that inside of Ibarra. So that campus is going to look really pretty before too long. Hopefully by the end of July, we'll have it ready, and it's going to be a wonderful campus. We're going to transition and start the process by moving our 6th graders from Truan, taking those 350 6th graders and moving them to Ibarra next year. That will be step one or the first phase of Ibarra Fine Arts Academy. The following year, that's the target right now. The following year is that we hope to move the rest of our 7th and 8th graders that choose to go to the Fine Arts Academy. Those students will be moved over to Ibarra next year. And then the other 6th, 7th, and 8th graders that want to focus on STEM will stay at Truan. So we'll have 2 middle schools, one serving STEM, one serving fine arts, and we'll be dividing up our students that way. And really, quite frankly, when we were doing the survey and we went out and talked to parents, coincidentally, the surveys kind of came back where our entire 6th to 8th grade population was split up into thirds. We had 2/3 of our parents and students that wanted to focus on STEM, and about 1/3 that wanted to focus on fine arts. And so that worked out really well. If you all understand the middle school concept, the number of teams that we need is kind of around 3 per grade level. We have 3 complete teams at each grade level. And so when we go to 6 to 8, we'll have a team of 6, a team of 7th, and a team of 8 at the Ibarra campus for fine arts. And then Truan will have 2 teams for each grade level, hopefully the following year. So I just wanted to make that clear. And then finally today, I'm going to kind of turn it over to Mrs. Rocha. I think she's behind me. Today, we are going to have early release. All support staff, you all are going to be dismissed today at 1 o'clock. And then all other staff, professionals, all other staff that are professionals will be released at 2. So just wanted to thank all of you for being here today. Thank you very much. Thank you for everything that you do. Mr. Ibarra, I want to thank you for being here today this morning. Thank him as well and the Board of Trustees. And then I'm going to turn it over now to Mrs. Rocha. Thank you.
Okay, guys, we have one more person to speak to you. Now, just before we give the mic to our Queen Bee, Ms. Rocha, I just want to say a few words. If you would have asked me 10 years ago, you're going to be working at EdCal Chelsea, I would have been like, what? I don't know. But 10 years later, I'm here, and I'm thankful that you guys give me the opportunity to work with the kids. We do theater, and we put on plays for the community. And thank you so much for just everything that you guys do and all the work that you guys do. If you were not recognized today, or for whatever hard work you did this year, the headaches you had, the long nights, thank you guys so much for everything you guys do. And we're all in this together. So whether you're coming back next year or not, thank you so much for what you did. And if you're coming back next year, we cannot wait to to get everything started, all right? So enjoy your summer, guys. Thank you so much. We have a few words from Miss Rocha, and then we'll let you guys go, okay? Thank you.
Thank you. Wow, I got to tell you one thing. You look amazing. All the beautiful colors and the pride that you have for your campus, your department is just outstanding. We're going to yell one more time for Ed Cauchosa all together. All right? Yay, Ed Cauchosa! Yay. Thank you so much. We want to say that this year was a very successful year. Once again, Ed Cauchosa District of Champions, we had 5 state champion programs in our district. That is amazing. 5 state champions. And not to mention our national champions, Mariachi, back-to-back state champions and national champions, powerlifting, 2nd year in a row, band percussion, second year in a row, state champions. Our DECA program, 2nd year also that they even go compete at international. And then this year, we're very proud of the Special Olympics program, state champions. So we're very proud. Thank you. And our UIL, you know, it's very hard when you are at the top and you want to stay at the top. You never want to let go of that title. UIL, high school UIL, 5 years in a row, they are the district champions. That is phenomenal. Our junior high as well, the 1A play, and our high school 1A play, they were real good. So we have a lot of reason to be thankful, and I just want to say that in order to accomplish all this, it starts with all of us here, our transportation department, that are the first people to see our children in the morning, and perhaps the last one says they drop them off at home. Our cafeteria staff that provides beautiful meals that sometimes these kids don't have at home. Our custodial staff, maintenance staff, warehouse staff, everybody, migrant, because I don't want to leave anybody. In all our campuses, we are a family. And I just want to say that I told you last year, and I'll close with this, that I always picture that there's a big book, and on it is got the best words ever. Ed Couch Elsa ISD, a district of champions. This year, there's a chapter that we all write together every year. And this year, is full of a lot of accomplishments. And it's due to all the efforts, starting with our Board of Trustees, our superintendent, Mr. Cavazos, all of us here. We are a great family, pride and tradition. I want to tell you, when I talk to kids and when we talk to kids, they always say, we want to be the best because we never want to let anybody down. So keep encouraging the students. Have a restful summer because the best is yet to come next year, another chapter for Ed Cauchosa. So thank you so much for being who you are. Que viva la máquina! Thank you.
All right, everyone, that concludes our award ceremony for this morning. I want to thank everybody again.